Here's a quick video of some night flying I shot. After coming back from Moose Jaw and playing Beat the Clock with the setting sun, I thought I should re-qualify for my night rating. This was my first time on Raven after dark, so I timed the start just after sunset, before it got well and truly dark, and eased my way into fully dark flying. Even here it's still pretty bright, but it was my first chance to see how well my landing and taxi lights worked. Taking off at this time of day didn't present any real challenges. It was just a regular takeoff. But soon, things would change. In just the time it takes to do one circuit with the Raven, I noticed a significant change in the lighting. So here we are on short final. I'm pretty impressed with the performance of my taxi and landing lights. Nice and bright. Although I did find the sight picture for landing was a little different with the dark. I flared just a little bit early on that one, ended up with a little bit of a bounce. So judging my altitude on that touchdown zone was a little different with the dark. And as it got darker, I found I had to concentrate a little harder on keeping it on the center line, as it was a little harder to see. The Dryden Airport is very well lit. The RCall works great. The glide slope indicator is good. The approaches are good. Taxiways are well marked. It's a real good place to practice night flying, especially for me. This is the first time I've been up in some time doing some night flying, so it was good to have an airport that was very well illuminated. Here we are again on short final, getting a little more familiar with the sight picture at dark. This one was a pretty good landing, I thought. After a full stop, we throttle back up, and here we go again, watching to keep it on the center line.
And Silicon Radio, Delta Bravo 01304 for the circuit.
And went around to land again, and it's a little darker again. Each landing got darker and darker. Now I'm really starting to see the full effect of the landing lights and the taxi lights. Those little LED lights really throw a lot of light and light up your path quite well. When I'm doing circuits with the Raven, I do what I call a stop and go. I don't do a touch and go like you would with a tricycle, because with a tricycle gear, once you've touched down, pretty much the exciting bit is stopped. With a tail dragger, that's when things can really start to get exciting. So I like to practice it all the way down to a full stop, reconfigure the airplane, and then do my takeoff again. The runways here at Dryden are plenty long. We have lots of room to do this, so it's not a big deal. With a shorter runway, of course, you'll have to backtrack. The weather tonight was pretty nice. There was a little bit of activity happening to the east of us, and actually if you watch close here in the top corner, you'll see a little bit of lightning right there. So that was a few miles to the east of the airport, and fortunately around the zone there, it was winds were calm and the sky was clear. So after doing 3 or 4 circuits in the zone, I thought I'd head out over town and have a look at the lights of the city. The ball diamonds out at Sandy Beach are lit up really well. I didn't even know there was lights there. Almost makes me want to play baseball. The rest of the town, it's hard to tell where we are, but there it is. And we're back to the airport. Now it's well and truly dark, and I can really appreciate how well my taxi and landing lights are working. In the dark, it's real tough to see the painted lines on the runway, so it's easy to wander off the center line. So you got to be really careful watching where you touch down. After another stop and go, we were airborne again. I think there was a couple of more circuits in the footage, but it was just really too damn dark to see. So this is the end of the video.
Bravo is airborne for the circuit. 30. Hotel Mike Bravo, roger.
So there it is, my first landings in the dark with the Raven. Back to being qualified for night flying again, and having a little fun in the dark. Thanks for watching.